India, the land of diversity, is one of the fastest growing economies in the world. But with great power comes great responsibility. Have you ever wondered who ensures the safety of the country and its citizens? Let's take a look at the unsung heroes who defend the government in India. Hello everyone, my name is Kishan Rabdiya and you are watching the Inside India Politics channel. The Indian Armed Forces are the backbone of the defense mechanism of India. They consist of the Indian Army, Indian Navy, and Indian Air Force, who work together to protect India's national security and defend the country from external threats. But it's not just the armed forces that defend the government in India. Various intelligence agencies such as the Research and Analysis Wing, RAW, Intelligence Bureau, IB, and National Investigation Agency, NIA, work tirelessly to gather intelligence and prevent internal threats to national security. The Ministry of Defense is responsible for the overall defense policy and strategy of India. The Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, is responsible for research and development in defense technology and equipment. The defense of the government in India is a well-oiled machine with the armed forces, intelligence agencies, paramilitary forces, and government agencies working together to protect the country and its citizens. Let's take a moment to appreciate the unsung heroes who defend the government in India. India has a long and rich history of warriors and soldiers who have defended the country against all odds. Today, the Indian Armed Forces continue that legacy with their bravery, courage, and dedication to the country. The Indian Armed Forces are the second largest standing army in the world and have been deployed in various operations and missions, including UN peacekeeping missions, anti-terrorism operations, and disaster relief operations. The intelligence agencies in India are responsible for gathering intelligence from different sources, analyzing them, and providing crucial information to the government to make strategic decisions. The paramilitary forces in India are tasked with maintaining internal security and law and order in different parts of the country. They have played a crucial role in countering terrorism, insurgency, and communal violence. The government of India has also taken several measures to strengthen the defense capabilities of the country. This includes modernizing the armed forces, upgrading defense technology, and improving the infrastructure to ensure the safety of the country and its citizens. The defense of the government in India is a collective effort of the armed forces, intelligence agencies, and paramilitary forces. They work together to safeguard the country's sovereignty and protect its citizens. Let's take a moment to salute the unsung heroes who defend the government in India. The defense of the government in India is a complex and challenging task that requires a lot of resources and effort. The Indian government has invested heavily in defense infrastructure, including research and development, training, and deployment of forces, to ensure the safety and security of the country. The Indian Armed Forces are equipped with the latest technology, equipment, and weaponry, which enables them to counter any threat effectively. The intelligence agencies in India are known for their expertise and capabilities in gathering intelligence from different sources, including human intelligence, signals intelligence, and imagery intelligence. The paramilitary forces in India are trained to operate in different environments and conditions. They are equipped with modern weapons and equipment, including drones and surveillance systems, to monitor and track the movement of criminals and terrorists. The defense of the government in India is a multidimensional task that requires coordination and collaboration between different agencies and departments. The Indian government has made significant investments in defense infrastructure and capabilities to ensure the safety and security of the country. Let's take a moment to appreciate the hard work and sacrifices of the unsung heroes who defend the government in India. One of the most significant challenges facing the government in India is the threat of terrorism. The country has been a victim of several terrorist attacks, including the Mumbai attacks in 2008 and the Pulwama attack in 2019. However, the Indian Armed Forces, intelligence agencies, and paramilitary forces have demonstrated their effectiveness in countering terrorism. The Indian government has taken several measures to prevent and counter terrorism, including improving intelligence gathering, strengthening border security, and increasing cooperation with other countries. The government in India has also been focusing on developing domestic defense industries to reduce dependence on foreign defense equipment and technology. The Make in India initiative has been a significant step in this direction. The defense of the government in India is a crucial task that requires constant vigilance and preparedness. The Indian government has been investing heavily in defense infrastructure, capabilities, and technologies to ensure the safety and security of the country. Let's take a moment to salute the bravery and sacrifice of the Indian Armed Forces, intelligence agencies, and paramilitary forces who defend the government in India. The government in India also places a lot of emphasis on disaster management and relief operations. India is vulnerable to various natural disasters such as floods, earthquakes, and cyclones, and the government has been taking measures to mitigate their impact. The Indian Armed Forces, intelligence agencies, and paramilitary forces are also called upon to assist in disaster relief operations. They provide support and assistance to affected areas, including search and rescue operations, distribution of relief supplies, and medical aid. The government in India has also been focusing on international cooperation in the defense sector. India has been strengthening its defense ties with several countries, including the United States, Russia, and Israel. The defense of the government in India is a multi-dimensional task that requires a lot of resources, coordination, and collaboration. The Defense Research and Development Organization, DRDO, is responsible for the research and development of new technologies and equipment for the Indian Armed Forces. India has also been developing its space capabilities and has successfully launched several satellites and even sent a mission to Mars. The Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO, has been instrumental in developing these capabilities. The government has established the National Cyber Coordination Center, NCCC, to coordinate cybersecurity efforts across different agencies. The government in India has also been focusing on promoting peace and stability in the region. India has been actively involved in peacekeeping missions under the United Nations and has provided assistance to neighboring countries in times of crisis. The Indian government has also been working towards resolving long-standing issues such as border disputes with neighboring countries through diplomatic channels. The government in India also places great importance on the welfare and development of its personnel in the defense forces. The Indian government has also been working towards strengthening its maritime security capabilities. India is a major maritime nation and its economic and security interests are closely linked to the sea. The government has been investing in the development of naval capabilities, including the acquisition of new ships, submarines, and aircraft. The Indian government has also been actively involved in the Indian Ocean Rim Association, EORA, and has been working towards promoting cooperation and security in the region. This initiative aims to encourage local production of defense equipment and reduce dependence on imports. The defense of the government in India is a multifaceted task that requires a holistic approach. The Indian government has been taking measures to strengthen its defense capabilities in various domains, including land, air, sea, space, and cybersecurity. The government has also been working towards promoting peace and stability in the region, ensuring the welfare and development of its personnel, and promoting indigenous defense manufacturing. To provide a better understanding of the government's defense capabilities, let's take a look at some data. According to the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute, SIPRI, India was the third largest military spender in the world in 2020, with a total expenditure of $72.9 billion. India's defense expenditure has been increasing steadily over the years. In the 2021-22 budget, the government allocated $65.2 billion for defense, which is an increase of 1.4% from the previous year. India has a large standing army, with over 1.4 million active personnel and 2.1 million reserve personnel, making it the second largest army in the world. India also has a well-equipped air force, with over 1,500 aircraft, including fighter jets, transport planes, and helicopters. India's navy is also one of the largest in the world, with a total of 295 vessels, including aircraft carriers, submarines, destroyers, and frigates. India is also a major arms importer, with 9.5% of global arms imports between 2016 and 2020. However, the government has been focusing on promoting indigenous defense manufacturing through initiatives such as Make in India. As a part of its modernization plans, the government has also been investing in the development of the Strategic Forces Command, which is responsible for the country's nuclear arsenal. The Indian government has been actively involved in United Nations peacekeeping missions and has contributed the most number of troops to these missions among all countries. As of 2020, India had 5,423 personnel serving in various UN peacekeeping missions. India's cybersecurity capabilities have also been growing, with the establishment of the National Cyber Coordination Center, NCCC, and the Indian Computer Emergency Response Team, CERT-IN. Did you know that India is the only country in the world to have a military hotline with China? The hotline was established in 2018 to maintain peace and tranquility along the line of actual control, LAC, between the two countries. India's Agni-V missile, with a range of over 5,000 kilometers, is one of the most advanced ballistic missiles in the world. The missile was successfully test-fired in 2018, making India a part of an exclusive group of countries with intercontinental ballistic missile capabilities. The Indian Air Force's Mirage 2000 fighter jets played a crucial role in the Balakot airstrikes in 2019, which targeted terrorist camps in Pakistan. The airstrikes were carried out in response to the Pulwama terror attack, in which 40 Indian soldiers were killed. Some of its successful projects include the Tejas fighter jet, the BrahMos supersonic cruise missile, and the Astra air-to-air missile. From establishing a military hotline with China to developing advanced defense technologies, India has been making steady progress in the defense domain. Did you know that India has the third largest standing army in the world, with over 1.4 million active personnel? The army is equipped with modern weapons and technologies, including the INSAS rifle, the T-90 tank, and the BrahMos missile. The Indian Navy is one of the most powerful navies in the world, with a total of 137 vessels, including an aircraft carrier, submarines, frigates, and destroyers. The Navy is also equipped with advanced weapons and technologies, such as the BrahMos missile and the INS Vikrant aircraft carrier. The Indian Air Force is the fourth largest air force in the world, with over 2,000 aircraft, including fighter jets, transport planes, and helicopters. The Air Force is equipped with advanced fighter jets, such as the Sukhoi Su-30 MKI and the Rafale, which were recently acquired from France. India's defense spending has been steadily increasing over the years, with a total expenditure of $72.9 billion in 2020. The country is also equipped with modern weapons and technologies, including missiles and fighter jets. India is one of the few countries in the world to have developed its own nuclear weapons. The country conducted its first nuclear test in 1974 and has since developed a range of nuclear-capable missiles, including the Agni series. India has a strong defense industry, which produces a range of advanced defense technologies. Some of the major companies in the sector include Bharat Electronics, Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, and Bharat Dynamics. The country has participated in over 50 peacekeeping missions across the globe, with over 180,000 personnel serving in various capacities. The Indian government has also been actively promoting the domestic defense industry through initiatives such as Make in India and the Defense Procurement Procedure. The aim is to reduce the country's dependence on imports and create a self-reliant defense industry. In conclusion, India's government has developed a strong defense capability, with a range of nuclear-capable missiles, a robust defense industry, and a large deployable peacekeeping force. These efforts have not only strengthened India's defense capabilities but also created employment opportunities and contributed to the country's economic growth.